Is now a better time to buy or sell a home in San Antonio? And how does the average cost compare to other cities in the Lone Star State? For the latest on San Antonio's real estate market, we sat down again with Joel Berner from Realtor.com. Here's a look at what Joel had to say. We are joined again with Joel Berner from Realtor.com. How are you doing? Glad to have you back this morning.
Doing great. Thank you for having me again.
Awesome. I'm so glad you joined us. Let's touch base on, you guys did a new data record to get some things going from what we talked about last time we spoke. What are some new findings?
Yeah, absolutely. In San Antonio, in the last month, we've seen a continuation of the trends that we'd seen in the last couple months, with median listing prices actually falling both on a gross level and a per square foot level, which suggests that there are some opportunities for buyers this spring in San Antonio as prices fall. The big challenge is going to still be mortgage rates, which remain high in the high 6% range. But if San Antonio buyers can find the right listing for them that meets their needs, we anticipate that prices will be coming down and it'll be a good spring, a good summer to buy in.
And right now, what's the median listing price in the San Antonio area?
Just under $340,000. And so that includes the surrounding counties, the whole metro area. So that's a good bit lower than in Austin and in Dallas and Houston as well. So San Antonio is standing out as a really affordable city in Texas.
So we know it's affordable compared to, bigger cities getting more heavily populated, Austin, like you said, Dallas, Houston. What about the growing rate and the need to find these homes?
Yeah, absolutely. So inventory has been growing in San Antonio. There are more homes on the market now than there were during the pre-pandemic period, which is a really interesting development. So a lot of homes are coming on sale and a lot of homes are newly built. San Antonio has been a hub for new construction activities. So there are a lot of options out there for buyers right now.
What would you say is it like for those who are selling homes in the San Antonio market right now?
Selling is a little bit tough, especially in San Antonio. There are some national trends we're seeing where price reductions are at the highest level they've been in any April since at least 2016. So the number of listings who are bringing their prices down in a given week is nationally at a high level, and it's even higher in San Antonio. It's about 25% of listings each week have a price reduction. So that's an important thing to keep an eye on and make sure that as a seller that your expectations around your price are realistic. The home's going to sit on the market for a lot longer if you're not priced right. So understand that the market is softening and you might not get the price that you would have gotten a few years ago.
Does that have an impact on negotiations that buyers are having? Is they still having more bargaining power with these prices dropping?
Absolutely. So we're seeing the market move in a more buyer-friendly direction, and we're seeing that the actual sales prices are coming in at a lower percentage of what the last asking price was across the country and in San Antonio. So there's room for buyers to negotiate, and sellers aren't going to have as many bids as they had a few years ago when they were trying to sell. So you can exercise some power as a buyer these days.
It kind of seems like a seesaw. There's more inventory going up, the rates are going down. How would that impact people who are getting their first homes?
So first-time home buyers are really exposed to mortgage rates. They have more going when it comes to financing a home purchase than a previous homeowner was, because a previous homeowner has equity that they've built up in their home and can deliver a cash for a down payment that first-time home buyers can't. They just don't have that equity built up. So these higher mortgage rates that are falling a little bit, but still elevated relative to where they've been in the last few years, are setting up for first-time home buyers to make a move in San Antonio. If rates continue to fall, I think we'll see that a lot of buyers are able to snap up some inventory, and we're seeing that inventory is growing and at a higher level than it was before the pandemic. So it's an opportunity for buyers for sure, and it's a little bit of tough sledding for sellers.
And since 2019, what could you say is the median income that most of these home buyers are in need to have to buy these first-time homes?
Yeah, in San Antonio, to afford the median listing, which we said was a little just less than $340,000, you need to make about $90,000 a year to afford that at a 30% rate of paying your mortgage out of your income. So we say that a home is affordable to an individual if they spend less than 30% of their income on it. And so one thing we like to look at is the median home for sale in a market and the median income in that same market and see how those line up. And San Antonio does pretty well, does better than Houston, Dallas, and Austin, actually, in terms of affordability for the incomes that are in the city. So with that, it's grown a lot since 2019, over 40%, the required income to own a home. So that's an unfortunate reality, is that most people's incomes haven't grown 40% in the last 6 years, but the needed income to own a home has. So San Antonio is doing better than a lot of places, but still not out of the woods when it comes to housing affordability.
Yeah, that's still a big jump from 2019. What would you say to somebody who's on the market for possibly buying a home this upcoming summer? What should they be looking forward to? What's some insider scoop that you can possibly give to us?
Everybody wants an insider scoop. No. All I can say is that we're seeing some buyer-friendly signs, especially in San Antonio. Price per square foot is actually falling here, and it's not in the country at large. So there's going to be opportunities for really good prices this summer. I would say to somebody who's looking to buy, just make sure that you find a home that meets your needs. Don't buy just to buy. It's important to get into the market and to build equity in a home, but more than anything, it's the place you're going to live. So choose a home that really fits your needs, is in the right location, and is a step up from renting. Don't buy just to buy, but buy somewhere that matches what you need and fits your life well. So don't be afraid to jump on something that appears soon. I think some people are kind of interested in waiting out the market to see if it really bottoms out even further. But that's kind of a tricky game. And if you wait too long, you'll end up burned and on the wrong side of it. So I would say just look for something that meets your needs. And if you find it in a price you can afford, again, we said about 30% of your monthly income for that monthly mortgage payment, then jump on it, because this is as good of the opportunity as you're going to get as a buyer right now.
Okay, well, that is some insider scoop for sure. My last question. So you're talking about finding homes that meets people's needs. Some of us love to live within the city and have a less commute time. Others might like a more scenic view. What could you tell us about the difference of a home in possibly New Braunfels or Bernie versus one in the San Antonio city limits?
Absolutely. So outside of the city, you're more likely to find new builds. So if you're concerned about the total cost of ownership, existing homes are a little more expensive, come with more repairs and maintenance than new homes do. So if you're willing to take a little bit of a drive and maybe you enjoy a little less crowded place to live, then you can find a new build in the outlying areas of San Antonio that's really going to line up really well for you and allow you to save some money across the entire time that you own that home. So if you're willing to drive a little further, there are a lot of options for you in San Antonio.
All right. I think you answered all of our questions for today, Joel. Thanks for having you this morning, and looking forward to speaking to you again here soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Big thank you again, Joel, for joining us here on River City News. For the latest real estate data, you can see his work on Realtor.com.